start my last day in Oregon 2023. Just text Lorielle and she's coming down to collect me. It's actually going to be in the 40s here today. I hate to say that to everybody in the UK, but it is going to be in the 40s. I'm sorry I'm putting my hand up because I'm filming on my phone because I packed my camera foolishly at the bottom of my handbag and I ain't going back in to get it. So, is it not just so beautiful here? Look at it down there. Oh, that noise. So we're going to go up to the house and we are going to play Austin dresses and then show you what it is that we've made. Just as I'm talking, I'm going to pop some footage in down below. I can't even do that because I'm on one hand. Here, I'm going to put the footage there. And, ooh, it's wobbling again. Really sorry if it's wobbling. And I'm literally just going to sit here for a few more minutes and soak up the beautiful weather. Sadly, for everybody in the UK, I know it's not been so hot, but today we've got a heat advisory. We're looking in the low 40s when I get to the airport, which quite frankly is just too hot. Too hot. I'm sat here and I'm wearing a Sauvie dress by Zahra Swimsuit, which is terribly appropriate for Oregon, isn't it? I mean, if I stand, I can't even show you. I'm not very good at filming on my phone, so please forgive me. I shouldn't have packed. I've got to film when I'm walking because Lorielle has just arrived and she doesn't know where I am. She thinks I'm in the RV. So she's going to start shouting, "Morning, morning," in a minute. I'm waiting for her in the coop. Are you looking for me? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Why am I not surprised?
As Lorielle finishes one last little bit on her dress, she's just a little bit ahead of me on her Austin dress. Put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Oh yes, that's better. So she's just a little bit ahead of me. I became a total fusspot over pockets, and that's probably the best way of describing it, isn't it, Lorielle? Mm-hmm. Yes, total fusspot. And then Lorielle suggested that I put tape down to sort of stick the pockets in place because this fabric is gorgeous. But listen, I hope you can hear it. So what we've done is we've slit, because the Austin dress buttons down the side, so the buttons are the last thing. We're on to Lorielle's done her armhole binding. I haven't. Here she is.
Hey everybody.
Hello. I don't think we can put it down actually because I think it's probably if we bring it, oh no, if we put it down too far we might not see our heads. Heads might slip off the back. We'll push it back a bit.
See?
Back a bit like that.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can see a bit more dress now. So basically it's just lovely. It's like a tank sleeveless top and buttons down the side. Put the picture in the middle. And I like Lorielle's because she's used a lovely denim. We could always take them off and hold them up as well, couldn't we?
Yeah.
I'm not so certain about this dart being in the right place. This end, although the end of the dart is fine, we have got them on over dresses, so it might be different when we take our dresses that we've got off and try them on. But Lorielle's got this beautiful denim and she's got this gorgeous fabric. Where is it, that fabric?
I got it from JoAnns.
I know you did,
but they don't have it anymore.
I know, but do you want to show it? Because it's great. She's
Oh,
going to
you
make
mean
up
the
blouse.
matching? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's bought this matching fabric from JoAnns and it is unbelievably fantastic and it'll look brilliant underneath the Austin dress, which I think you could wear as a pinafore dress. Here it is. Bring it up. Here it is. Look at this. Is that not? Look at this. Can you not just imagine? That as wouldn't it look amazing? In fact, the way to do it, Lorielle, is to do, it's all very, very organised. She says she's got a big stash. It's only because the fabric's organised on these beautiful boards. Put your arm there.
Okay.
There, look at that. That looks just so amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's lovely, doesn't it?
It is.
It does.
I'm
Or you
excited
could do it
about
with
that.
a red. So I'm actually beginning to think whether the going into the winter months, whether the I've got this wonky now. Let me just put this straight. Going into the winter months, whether the Austin dress would be a lovely pinafore. What do you think?
Yeah, it's exactly what mine is.
So overall, this past 2 weeks, apart from being absolutely fantastic, we haven't necessarily had the time to sew that we had last time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we've met Peggy, we've been shopping, we've had the Kimberbell day, we've been down to the coast, we've had other days out shopping, we've been to Mount Hood, and that's basically what has been going on.
And to Crater Lake.
And we went
5
5 days
with
to
my-
Crater Lake
yeah.
to her dad's, which is fantastic. And I'm just going to pause for a second and I'm going to put in a little bit of footage that we took at the beach. The camera goes all wonky, just accept it and wait for the bits at the end. Wow! I hope you're laughing at me because these things do happen in life. We do fall over in the water and get very, very wet. And it happened to me and there's just nothing I could do about it. And it was absolutely lovely after we'd got back from Crater Lake. We'd been to church yesterday, hadn't we? We'd gone to church to Lorielle's dad's church, which he really wanted to take his 2 girls to church, didn't he?
Yes.
He did.
It's
And we had the
precious.
most gorgeous lunch out. And at this point, I'm just going to put in a little note and say, Sally, thank you so, so much. We used it for food.
Yes. It was
That's a
awesome.
little message for Sally. Thank you so much. And after church, we went to this place called the Swiss Chalet and had, well, far too much to eat. Lots of Oregon pie, because Oregon's famous for hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. Oh man,
And we had
hazelnut
peach
pie.
pie and hazelnut pie and Marionberry pie. And I'm going to Slimming World next week. We all go to Slimming World after holidays. And then, yeah, we went down to the beach and we took your dad.
It's awesome.
He's just amazing. He's 90 and he's just amazing, isn't he?
Absolutely.
He kept saying, it's a memory in here. It's in here and you're in it. Did you hear him say
Yeah,
that?
that's precious. Oh.
He didn't want to leave, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't want us to leave. We're
No.
his girls.
His girls.
Yeah.
And Dorothy, his carer.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let me just take this off. As Lorielle gets her swimming costume, she's saying, not everything goes to plan. And we have said that every day is a school day in the sewing room. So I'm just going to roll this lovely dress up because it now needs to go in my case. I do wonder what airport security is going to make of sewing pins. Got my Adam caddy in my case. So, swimming costumes. So, we've really pushed ourselves this time for the swimming costumes. And I chose the... can't remember what it's called now.
Cottesloe?
Cottesloe by Megan Nielsen, and here we go. I've made the swimming costume. I'm not going to tell you where I could improve it now, apart from the obvious, that's just the stitching. There are 1 or 2 things on this swimming costume, and I learnt vital lessons. And although I would like to say I'm experienced, I've never made a swimming costume before. And I was on to Izzy from Isoso, thanks Izzy, and I said surely there must be a formula for the elastic, because what they put in the pattern for the elastic was wrong. And Izzy gave me her guide for the elastic, and where I used her guide it worked really well. So what I'm going to do is I've never done a sew along before. I'm going to try it with the swimming costume, but you need to wait, folks. I need to get some more of this gorgeous fabric from Yusuf at Rainbow Fabrics. And Lorianne, tell us about yours. What did you try and make?
Look at the pieces, people. It's going to be green. And the back, or
With the
actually
lining.
it's going to be, this is the lining that's on the inside. This is the Sew Over at Zahra Swimsuit. And I am working through the class with Layla from Stitch School, and it will eventually be a sewing machine.
A sewing machine.
This
Swimming
costume. What is the matter with my brain? All right, it will eventually
It's
be.
because I'm going home.
And anyway, but I tossed it aside because it was just way too much.
There comes
for
a
me
point
to
when something
concentrate
isn't
on.
working that you need to. It's okay to put it away.
That's
It
right.
rhymes, doesn't it? It's okay to put it
away.
away and pick it up later.
Yeah.
And sew it on another day.
Yes.
So I have just raided Lorielle's patterns.
Yep.
And got some patterns which I'll show you at a later time. But for now, it is time to say goodbye from Lorielle's sewing room and head back down to the RV.
Yep. And pack up.
Pack up. Well, actually, not shut the lid on the case, which I would say was doing really well until we went to JoAnns at Klamath Falls. And what I bought in JoAnns in Klamath Falls was meaning I got to go. The case isn't overweight. I can pick it up with one hand. You don't have to sit on it now because I jiggled away the way everything was in, and I was pushing it down and looking for gaps. And it's there, but it's okay. So, from the sewing room here, we will say goodbye. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from
Ronnie. No, did I get it wrong again?
goodbye from me
And goodbye from
from
him.
him.
Okay.